Your Excellency, good morning and welcome to the studio. I'm grateful for your time this morning.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank God.
It's not a good moment for your country, I guess.
Yes. It's a very difficult situation.
Very difficult situation. So far, what has been the correspondence between your very self? You are a resident in Ghana as we speak this morning. So what is the current situation like? And how is your government equally handling everything that is going on?
You know now, my government talk with the Americans, talk with the Arab presidents, talk with all the European presidents to stop this war against my people. And our president try all the time to send the food and the medicine to the people in Gaza. And he cannot go to Gaza because there's checkpoint for the Israelis between Gaza and the West Bank. But all my people has a very, very bad situation, and because this is the worst occupation in the history, the Israeli occupation to my people. And in the West Bank, from the 7th of October to now, the Israelis killed more than 100 from my people, to some of them children, some of them women. So all the Palestinian people in the West Bank or in Gaza, they have a very bad situation under this occupation, and the people suffering too much. All the people. So the Palestinian people working together, and they try to defend about themselves, because they believe with their right and they believe with their history and geography, and they are working hard for a long time. They want to see their country free, and they want to free their lands, and they don't like anyone to control their life. So all the Palestinian people, our president, the government, the Palestinian people, they are working together in this time.
There seem to be a lot of solidarity messages coming around the world. You go to UK, you see some level of demonstrations trying to raise the campaign for peace and stability to be restored back in Palestine, especially on the Gaza Strip. But in all of this, there is a particular history. What has brought us this far?
Listen to me. This is very long conflict.
Yes, misunderstanding between the two countries.
Between Israel and the Palestinian people. And the Israelis start war in 1948 against the Palestinian people. And the same happened. You see in Gaza now. In 1948, the Israelis doing the same. They're bombing our villages and our cities and our housing, and they killed hundreds of thousands from my people. And they injured the same, more than 100,000 from the people, and they arrest some of them, and they occupied the cities, the villages, the garden, and they brought the people from their lands. And then Israel occupied on that date 78 from our historical land. And in 1967, Israel occupied all the Palestinian lands, the West Bank, Gaza. Not only the Palestinian land, Israel occupied in 1967 Sinai. Sinai is Egyptian land. And they occupied the Golan. Golan is Syrian land. And you know, in 1973, the Egyptian army started war against Israel, and he back all his lands. Now Sinai free. It's back Egyptian land. And the Syrian tried to back their lands too. The Palestinian people from that state, they started suffering under this occupation. After 1967, after the occupation of our lands, Israel started stealing our lands every day, and building of illegal settlement, and arrest my people, and killed. So they started doing extension into your boundaries? The full occupation, occupation 100%, you know. If you are looking to the map, how Palestine was in 1948, how Palestine in 1967, then in
that is after the Second World War.
And now you will see Palestine now small land, and Israel is stealing most of our lands. So the people, my people, ask for freedom. They don't want this occupation to continue in our lands. After 1967, all the world asked the Israelis about the two-state solution. Ghana support the two-state solution, and all the world, the European Union, the Pope of the Vatican, the Asia countries, all the world, you know. And we agreed to establishment an independent state on the land which occupied in 1967 the Palestinian people. That means our state will be only on 22% from our lands. The Israelis refused. Our president told, okay, one state, we can live together. They refused. So what they want? They want to continue their apartheid against my people, and they want to continue the occupation and killing my people, killing women, children, students, journalists, nurses. You see how they are killing the journalist Shirin Abu Akleh. They killed her life. They killed her life, and they will not do anything to the soldier who's killed her. You understand? So from 1967, they stealing our lands every day, building of illegal settlement, killing people, arrest people. Now there are more than 6,000 Palestinian people. Israel arrested them in the present.
Okay.
You see. And my people suffering too much. And Israel, in the same time, refused the two-state solution. So what they want? They want to continue their occupation. Look to the result. Look what's happened now.
Yes, what is happening now is a little bit more devastating. It is so unpleasant because majority of the people around the world did not expect that from the state of Israel. But I mean, why did we come to this point, and why have we gotten here? Now, the question is that there was first an attack on Israel. Now, let me ask first of all, is the Palestinian government aware of the militant group called Hamas?
Listen to me, my brother. This conflict, not between Hamas and the Israelis.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, this conflict between all the Palestinian people and the Israeli occupation. We don't hate the Israeli because he's Israeli. We don't hate the Israeli because he's Jewish. My religion asks me, don't hate anyone because of his religion.
Okay.
But we hate the occupier. We hate anyone. We don't like anyone to come to my people and they try to control their life. Control the agriculture, control our water, control our lights, control our transportation, control, if you want to travel, you need to take permission inside your country. If I want to go from Gaza to the West Bank, you should take permission from the Israeli policeman. Imagine that you want to go from Accra to Kumasi, you should go and take permission from the policeman.
Yeah.
And this conflict, not between Hamas and the Israelis, this between all the Palestinian people and the Israeli occupation to my people. If some people want to understand or say, why this happened in the 7th of October? The conflict did not start in the 7th of October. The conflict started from 1967, when they occupied all my country and stealing most of our lands and killing every day plenty from my people. You know, Gaza, Israel blocked it more than 16 years now.
Okay.
And you know, they blocked all the borders between Gaza and outside. And you know, they control the food to my people in Gaza. And the medicine. Look to the cars in Egypt now. They ask permission to enter the cars to enter the medicine and the food to the people, and Israel refuse. What's that mean? The people in Gaza, 70% of them take helping from the UN, and this is the moment I should thank the UN about this. The people in Gaza, they don't have any hope. When the students finish the university, they don't have any job. They don't have any job. They don't find work.
But Your Excellency, all these things could have been handled in a much more diplomatic way until on the 7th of October, where the Hamas group launched an attack on the Israelis and then their communities along the same border. Now they are saying that the Hamas militia group has killed over 1,400 of their civilians and then holding in hostage about 220 of Israeli soldiers. This is what has caused the Israel state to retaliate in giving back what Hamas did to their citizens. I mean, the perpetration of attacks on their citizens and then communities close to the borders of Gaza Strip.
Listen to me. I told you, this conflict did not start in the 7th of October. You know, Israel,
yes,
in 2008, start war against Gaza, and they killed more than 2,500 from my people. You know, 500 of them was children. 2012, they're doing war against Gaza again, and they killed more than 700 from my people. 2014, they start war again against Gaza, and they killed more than 2,000. Most of them was children and women. And they do war again 2021 against Gaza. And they killed more than 1,000 from my people. Why some people like to start from the 7th of October? Israel do everything to make our life very difficult. They want the Palestinian people to leave their lands and leave their housing and to leave all Palestine for them. And the Palestinian people, believe me, they will not leave. There is no transfer after today. They will not leave. The Israelis, I know what they want. They want to transfer the people from this area to this area to this area, and then they want to push them to Egypt.
And they will occupy the lands
and occupy all Gaza. They want to transfer my people to Egypt, and Egypt will not allow to the Israelis for this. And the president of Egypt, he talked just yesterday when he met the president of France. We will not allow to Israel to do it. And my people, they will not leave the land. You know, my people prefer to die. Better for them to leave their lands. So, how many times Israel attacked Gaza or the West Bank? Look what the settlers doing in the West Bank. Okay, Hamas in Gaza. Okay, there is Fatah in the West Bank. What they give Fatah in the West Bank? What they give our president? You know, we signed with them agreement, right?
Yes.
Oslo agreement in 1993.
Yes.
Our former president Yasser Arafat signed it with them, right? Look what's happened in the Palestinian side and what's happened on the Israeli side. My people, after Yasser Arafat signed this agreement, they start to organize very big demonstration. All the people was on the street. All the people support.
They didn't want that peace agreement.
Support to this agreement.
Okay.
And in Gaza too. I was there on that time. All the people go to the street. Support to the agreement. On the other side, the Israelis, they start to organize very big demonstration against this agreement. So my people looking for peace, and the Israelis against the agreement. And the Israelis, what they are doing after that? One from the Israelis, his name is Igal Amir. He shot their prime minister and he killed him, Itzhak Rabin. After they killed Itzhak Rabin, they don't kill only Itzhak Rabin. They killed Itzhak Rabin and killed the peace process between the Palestinians and the Israelis. And after that, the right come to the authority of Israel, and they start to, all of us see the demonstration on the streets, and they are shouting Mavet in the Hebrew language, Mavet la Arabim. That means kill all the Arabs, not only the Palestinians. You see. So my people looking for peace, my people want the peace. For a long time, we don't want anything. We want to be free. We want to be free. We want to living in peace. Now
with the Israeli people.
With the Israeli people, with all the world, not only with the Israelis. Now, if Rabin did not kill, and we start to organize this invitation, this agreement, the Israelis will live near Palestine more than 500 years. But they don't want. They don't want. They killed their prime minister. And after that, some reports said that there is someone put something in the food of our president, and they killed him too. So, what do you want from the Palestinian people to do? If anyone, you are a human, okay, and I am a human too. Imagine that anyone or any country want to occupy your country. What you will do?
You will
go from the studio here.
Yes.
You will leave the studio.
You will resist.
You will leave the studio.
Yes.
And go to check for weapons and go to defense about your country, right or no?
Exactly what you are doing. But the more we do that, humanity suffers. Now we are told that over 5,000 civilians of Palestine are being killed through the airstrikes and all of that. As we speak this morning, beginning this week, Israeli state have ensured they are moving in their troops, on ground, on the borders between Gaza and Israel. There's a whole lot of security arrangement and setup that has taken over.
Yeah.
Now, Palestine is also preparing to equally mount up an operation in ensuring that you defend yourself. Now, for how long is this going to happen? Because the United Nations trying to step in with some level of diplomatic talks is not really working. Yesterday or a day before yesterday, we heard the Israeli ambassador to the United Nations stating that Antonio Guterres must resign because the UN is also failing to acknowledge the fact that if Hamas had not launched the attack on the Israel communities that were affected on 7th of October, all these things wouldn't have happened. So they base their argument on what actually happened on the 7th of October. How will Palestine respond to this if we want humanity to actually have peace, as you have explained?
Now listen to me. Now the Israelis killed close to 7,000 from my people in Gaza.
Yes.
The number close to 7,000. 3,500 of them or more children and women, right? This is children and women attacked Israel with rockets or enter the border and kill the Israeli soldiers. The Israelis, their conflict not with Hamas, not with the Fatah movement. Israeli conflict with all the Palestinian people. Open the TV and see what's happening. How they bombing the house? Yesterday they bombing house. They killed more than 27 people inside this house. The women, the children. These women and the children, they attacked Israel with rockets, or they have weapons to attack to defense about themselves. Children. You talk about 1 year old, 2 years old. You talk about women's pregnant. The conflict, this historical conflict, because of the worst occupation in the history between the Palestinians and the Israelis. And on the UN, they asked for stop the war. And all the world asked for to stop this war. Israel refused. Why? Why?
Why? Because
she want to occupy Gaza?
Yes. No. Why? Because their statement is very clear. Hamas is still keeping in hostage some of their citizens. Now release those citizens you have in your custody, and then this whole devastation and brouhaha will be over. I mean, what Israel is asking for is for the militia group to release their citizens. Is that difficult for the Palestinian government to step in for Hamas to be able to do?
If Israel leave our lands, which occupied in 1967, according to the international law, it is Palestinian lands, right?
Yes.
There will be peace between the Palestinians and the Israelis. Nobody will attack anyone. Nobody. You understand? All the lands which occupied after 1967, it is Palestinian lands. And all the world asked Israel for a long time, leave these lands and let the Palestinian people living in peace. Israel refused. What do you want the Palestinian people to do? What do you want? What do you want?
So is it right for Hamas to still
I
hold
don't say right from this one or this one. Me, I did not support the killing from this side or this side.
Okay.
But I try to explain to you what's happening in my to my people. I did not come to condemn this one or support this one or this one. This is very historical conflict.
Exactly.
And we like to talk about solution for this. The only solution for this conflict to stop the Israeli occupation to our lands and leave our lands. We don't like anyone try to control my life. We don't like. And the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on the land which occupied in 1967. On that time, maybe you will see the Palestinian children play football with the Israeli children. So we are looking only for peace. And we want the peace to all the people in this world.
Now, you are very much right, because as per the dictate of the United Nations Charter, Article 2.4 provides, and I state, UN member states cannot threaten or use force against the territorial integrity or political independence of another state or in any other way diverges from the purpose of the United Nations. And so this is very clear, a very clear provision that requires member states within the United Nations to respect and acknowledge the sovereignty and then the independent integrity of all other states. Now, what Israel is doing in Gaza or Palestine seemingly is termed as use of force. They are using force on you, and then at any point in time, Palestine will equally have to come in and then resist that particular force. But also on Article 51 of the same charter, Israel is defending itself by saying that no, they have the right. Yes, they have self-defense right under the same provisions.
When she killed 3,500 children and women, she defends about itself. When Israel have all the weapons in the world, and the Palestinian people did not have army, did not have HAPO, did not have airport, did not have anything. They have only policemen with the small guns, and attacked the Palestinian people with the weapons from the America, from some of the European countries. Israel defends about itself. When Israel occupied the others' lands, it defends about itself. I think the Palestinian people defends about itself, not Israel. Israel wants to living in peace. She should leave our lands. There is no peace in the Middle East without the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. If Israel wants to defend about itself, okay, your border here, on the land which you occupied in 1967, and our border here. Your people here, my people here. This is your border and this is my border. We can living in peace, and nobody need to defend about himself. But the Israelis refuse. All the world support the two-state solution. All the world, more than 173 from the UN, from the states in the world, support the two-state solution. America, the President Biden, he said before a few days, the only solution for this conflict, the two-state solution. Okay, the Americans recognize with Israel, right? Yeah. Why did not recognize with Palestine? If this is the solution, if this is the only solution, if you recognize with Israel, you should recognize with Palestine.
Okay.
If we are if we are human, if we have one blood, if we have not the green, right, red, yellow blood, if we have international law, one international law to this world, or one justice, or one human rights. But look what's happening in our world now. There's maybe one international law to Ukraine, one to Russia, one to Iraq, one to Iraq, and one to Libya, and one to Palestine. How many international law we have? I don't know.
A lot of the principles and the dictates of the international customary laws are being flouted. But again, we are also told that other Arab countries are mobilizing support for Palestine. Is that the case?
Not only the Arab countries. Without the support of all the world, we cannot continue like this.
Okay.
We are not feeling strong. All the world support us. Ghana. And this is the moment I should thank Ghana about all its support, historical support to Palestine and the Palestinian people.
We will come to that aspect and then ask you specifically, ask you specifically what the Ghanaian government is doing to support you. But I want to know the quantum of support that you are receiving from other nations. Is it in terms of weapon? Is it in terms of food delivery? Is it in terms of service?
Everything. Without the support from the Arab countries, we cannot continue like this in Palestine. Not from now. From 1967, all the Arab countries support.
How are you receiving Egypt that? Because we are told the borders are closed.
Egypt entered 3 wars with Israel.
Okay.
Because of Palestine. Because of Palestine. Lebanon, a lot of times there was a conflict between Lebanon and Israel because of Palestine. Syria, because of Palestine. You see, all the Arab people, they want to see Palestine free. Because in Palestine we have very important 2 places. One to the Christian and one to the Muslim.
The Muslim, yes.
For the Muslims we have the Al-Aqsa Mosque, as this is very important to all the Muslims in the world.
Okay.
Because the Prophet Muhammad, according to the Quran, he prayed in this mosque.
Okay.
And there is the Nativity Church. And this church is very important to all the Christian in the world, in Bethlehem. And I visit this church because I'm Muslim, but I visited a lot of times.
Okay.
Because I'm feeling comfortable when I go there. And a lot of my friends, they are a Christian. And my close friend in Palestine, he's a Christian.
So what it means is that you've lived in harmony all these years.
I believe with the Jesus. He's a prophet. I cannot say anything about the Jesus,
Okay.
I believe with him in my Quran. I should believe with the Jesus. And I believe he will back one day too. In our Quran, when I go to the Bethlehem, when I go to visit Bethlehem, I should go and visit the church. You understand? Because I'm feeling something when I go to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I feel the same when I go to the Nativity Church. In my heart here, I'm feeling the same thing.
Okay.
Because I know that Jesus was in this church, and some people think Bethlehem is in Israel. Bethlehem not in Israel. Bethlehem, Palestinian city. Bethlehem occupied in 1967. It is one of the Palestinian cities.
Okay.
And if you go to Bethlehem and check for one Israeli family in Bethlehem, you will not find.
And what of Jerusalem?
I will tell you, all the Palestinians who are living in Bethlehem, they are Palestinian. When the Pope of the Vatican come on the Christmas to visit the Nativity Church, our president received him inside the church, not the Prime Minister of Israel. He cannot come to the Prime Minister of Israel to the Nativity Church or to Bethlehem. You see. About Jerusalem, so Bethlehem is Palestinian city. All the people in Bethlehem, they are Palestinian. There is no Israelis or Jewish family in Bethlehem. About Jerusalem, according to the international law, they talk about it. East Jerusalem is the capital city of Palestine.
East Jerusalem.
East Jerusalem. Because of that, when the former president of America, Trump, decided to recognize Jerusalem, all Jerusalem, as a capital city of Israel, all the world was very angry. And in the vote on the UN, most of the countries in the world, they vote against Trump's decision. 137 countries vote against Trump's decision, including Ghana. Ghana vote against Trump's decision.
For Jerusalem not to be part of Israel.
I said about East Jerusalem. It is the capital city of the Palestinian people, the heart of the Palestinian people. And according to the international law, East Jerusalem is occupied in 1967. So this is Palestinian lands. Like Bethlehem, like Nablus, like Jenin, like Gaza. Israel occupied all the cities in 1967. So the Pope of the Vatican, he voted against Trump's decision. And the European Union voted against Trump's decision. Because this is against the international law. You understand? And if Trump wants to give the Israelis land, okay, give them California. Why you give them our capital? If you want to give someone something, give him from your pocket, not from the other pocket, the money for the other people. If you want to give anyone land, give him from your land, right? Not from the other's land. So East Jerusalem, the capital city of Palestine, and it will be now and in the future our capital city. But she's under it's under the occupation. The same, like Gaza, the same.
Very well. 35 after 8. This is Kessben. On radio, we are live on 92.9. On TV, we are live on Kessben Television. On DSTV, it's channel 364. Go TV, it's channel 121. I'm speaking with the Palestinian ambassador to the Republic of Ghana, trying to understand the genesis of what is happening in Gaza. Your Excellency, do we still have some more civilians in Gaza? Because we knew that before even the massive airstrikes from Israel, there was a warning for the Palestinian government to evacuate all civilians from Gaza. So do we still have people in there?
Gaza piece from Palestine state.
Yeah.
And our government sent to Gaza every month the medicine and the money for the teachers and the education and take care about the agriculture in Gaza. We are not two countries. We are not two states, Gaza and the West Bank. We are one state.
One state, I know.
One people. There is a lot of people from Gaza, they marry ladies from the West Bank, or from the West Bank they marry in Gaza. So they are one people. And we take care about each other. We take care about each other, you see. So our government tried to do the best to the people in the West Bank and in Gaza. But the problem sometimes, because there is checkpoints to the Israelis between Gaza and the West Bank. The problem sometimes you want to send some helping from the West Bank to Gaza, the Israelis don't allow to you. They stop the cars and they don't allow to you. If you want to buy something through the Israelis happen, they keep it for a long time. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Because all the time they want to do our life very difficult. They want the Palestinian people to leave their lands. And this is, I think, illegal. This is not good. This is not good not only to the Palestinians.
Yes, but
Allah, believe me. This is not good to the Palestinian people. This is not good to the Israelis.
I'm asking in respect of the current situation, because borders are closed. Israel has cut energy supply or power supply to Gaza. Water supply is also a problem.
Why?
Because of what is happening.
This is human?
No, it is not humanity, I mean, but that is what is happening. So in reality, if there are some more people in Gaza, civilians, the question is, how are they surviving in this particular tough situation?
Number one, if I have a problem with you, I go to kill your mom or your children. If I have a problem with you, I don't remove the problem with your children, you understand?
Yeah.
That's what Israel is doing now. Israel have a problem with some people from Hamas, some groups from Hamas. And now she killed the children. She bombing the housing. She killed all the families. from the father to the children. How many people injured now in Gaza? The war will stop one day, but what will happen with the person who loses his legs or his hands or his eyes? How he will continue his life? If we have 30,000 people, close to 30,000 people injured to now, how the people will continue their life? When you build your house, maybe you will be, after 60 years, you can build a very beautiful house to you. And when they come and destroy it, boom, your house, how you will live, you and your children in the future? When the people back to their housing, how they can living in this housing? And now, Israel think this is the solution? This is okay? My people will not stop their struggle against the occupation. My people defend about themselves.
Does Palestine have some stronger allies who are supporting, in terms of ammunition?
All the world support us. Look to the demonstration in America, in British, in Germany.
Yes, but we know what America is doing for Israel. So your strongest allies, what are they doing for you?
The Americans? Or the
other countries. We know America is in support of Israel.
America support Israel 100%.
Yes, exactly, 100%. So if they are providing ammunition to Israel to be able to do what they are doing, who amongst the top 5 within the Security Council is your strongest ally, and what are they equally doing in your support?
Yesterday they tried to put decision on the UN, but Russia and China, against it. That's not mean only we have the people, the country will support us, China and Russia. No, French president, he visited Palestine and he met our president. And he talked about the two-state solution. Biden talked about the two-state solution. The consular in Germany, he talked about the two-state solution. All the leaders in this world talk about the two-state solution. Why the world did not ask Israel to stop its occupation and leave our lands? Why? For this 75 years. You know what 75 years? That means women, children, journalists, nurses, they try to control the smile on the lips of our children when they woke up in the morning. They want to control it.
Now let's talk about the humanitarian services. What has been the contribution of the UN so far? On a humanitarian basis.
You know what's happened in one of the hospitals?
Yeah, no.
Okay, I will tell you. First of all, Mahmadani Hospital, it is a Christian hospital.
Okay.
Not Muslims hospital. And this hospital, they built it before 148 years. Before the establishment of Israel. One of the women, her children was sick. He take him to the hospital. The doctor asked her to bring something from outside to her son. She went outside. The bombing bombing the hospital. When she back, she said, "I did not find the children. I did not find the doctor. I did not find the hospital.
It's gone."
One of the women's, there is a body. The people told her, "This is your son. Take him and to burn him. This is your son. This is your daughter." Sorry. She don't know she's this her daughter or no, because the body is like the meat, you know. After 3 years, one of the Palestinian people walking on the street and hearing someone under the buildings said like this, like this. He called his friends, come quickly. They start to remove the stones and the blocks from this building. And the daughter was still alive. Look to this moment when her mom come to the place and find her daughter under the building, and she's still alive. You will hearing thousands of story, human story, about what's happened to the Palestinian people.
We sympathize with you, but what has been the role of Ghana so far?
Ghana all the time stand by the side of justice and the human rights and the international law. Because of that, when I say this everywhere, you know, when Trump decided to recognize Jerusalem as a capital city of Palestine, they warned Ghana.
Yeah.
I saw the coordinator of America, Nikki Haley, in the UN. They said, if Ghana vote against Trump's decision, we will stop helping to Ghana with 5 on the TV. We stopped helping to Ghana to $5 million to build the schools. But because Ghana know that, and the President of the Republic of Ghana, I'd like to thank him in this moment, because they know that this against international law. So Ghana vote against Trump decision.
Okay.
And Ghana stand all the time with the Palestinian people when they vote in the Human Rights Council. And here in Ghana, I am feeling, since when this conflict, when this war start against Gaza and the West Bank, I received thousands from the messages, and some leaders called me on the phone to support me and stand with
Are they
my
ministers?
people.
Is it a foreign affairs minister or the president himself?
I don't like to mention to the names, but big leaders in Ghana called me in parliaments from here.
Yes, but it's important to put on record. So have you received any form of message from the president or the minister himself?
I received a lot of messages from some of the leaders in Ghana here to support me, and the next days I will visit some of them to talk about what's happening in Gaza and inform them what's happening exactly in Gaza. And some people start to organize not demonstration, something like big meetings, and invite me to go to talk with them and explain to them what's happening in Gaza.
To help them understand what is
In
happening.
Ghana here we have very big support, and some people in Ghana here think that the conflict between Muslims and the Jewish or Christian, you know. First of all, some of the people who called me, they are pastors.
Okay.
And some of them imams, and some of them pastors, you know, to support me and to support my people. Some of the people think the conflict between Muslims and the Christian. First of all, the Israel is not a Christian, they are Jewish, number one. Number two, the Christian in Palestine, they are Palestinian. My deputy, he was Christian in the embassy. And now my authority sent him ambassador to one of the African countries. He's a Christian.
Okay.
In Palestine, the Muslims and the Christian, they are working together, and they are defense about their country together. And when they, before a few days, at bombing the two churches in Gaza, and plenty of people killed in this attack, you know. I saw one from the Palestinian people, he's a Christian. He said on the TV, I saw him. He said the Israelis don't attack the Muslims only in Palestine. They attack the Muslims and the Christian, you see. And the Christian are our brothers in Palestine. We are living together. We are like Ghana here, you know. And I told the people in Ghana, and the same in Palestine, I told them all the time, if you are a Christian in the church, if you are Muslim in the mosque, but outside, we are brothers and sisters. You understand?
There are a lot of messages coming in for you. Now, Titi Kateno Sense made this one, and he says that I think the people of Gaza and the whole Palestinian state need their independence. The torture is too much. The bombardment must cease. The best peace deal is to let them be on their own. Currently, how are women in labor being treated? Women are dying whilst giving birth, killing of innocent lives. I think the West must realize that they cannot wipe out all Palestinians and another group after 10 to 20 years. We will rise up and retaliate in that effect. This shouldn't be happening in the 21st century. Just give the Palestinians their freedom to run their own country, and peace will prevail. You agree with him, I guess?
We want Palestine to be free, of course. We want to hearing in all the world only two words: free Palestine. We don't want anything. We don't want to kill anyone. We don't like to kill him. We don't like the killing. We want only to living in peace. We want to see our women living in with dignity. We want to see all my people living in with high dignity. You see, Israelis don't want. You know, when I occupied Gaza, I was only 6 years on that time.
Now, are you so much happy, or better still, disappointed with the media reportage you are getting around the world?
No, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay.
You think the world is on your side based on the media
with
reportage?
the media, and all of them publish reports, and then the newspaper, and they publish well.
So
maybe sometimes some people don't like, and like to catch it from the middle. You understand? I understand it, but it's okay. It's okay. But in their heart, the people know the truth very well, and they know the right.
And you are not disappointed
in the heart,
again.
They know.
You are not disappointed again with the United Nations effort so far.
So I don't like to take about.
They are trying to lead
I
the effort for
understand
reconciliation.
what's happened. I understand what's
yes,
happened.
you understand, but I mean, you should have a position. Is the United Nations doing enough to restore peace?
They
and
need
calm?
to. I think they need to do more.
If they are, then it means that the Israeli state wouldn't be happy as well, because their ambassador to the United Nations is also calling for the resignation of the Secretary General.
We need more from the UN. We need more from all the world to ask the Israelis to leave our lands. You know, if the Americans want the Israelis to leave our lands, since a few hours they will leave.
You think America is the cause of all this?
America can ask them to stop this occupation and leave.
Yes, but I'm
And
saying
I think
that
maybe
they
after-
have declared their
maybe
support.
I
So
think
do you think
maybe-
they are the ones behind them?
Maybe now the Americans start to understand the importance of the two-state solution. Not only the Americans, the European countries too, and all the world. Maybe now they start to understand after what's happened in Gaza and in the West Bank. And maybe after this war, they will call the two sides to come and sitting on the table and they try to sign a new agreement. I think they will do it after this war, and I pray they will do it. I pray they do it, and let's the people to living in peace in the two sides. Enough killing, enough. You know what that mean when you destroy 1,000 from the housing of the people? You know what's happened? You know when you're back to your house, you're working maybe 50 years to build it, and when you're back and you do not find anything, how you will living? How your daughter will go to the washing room? How you will go to take shower? How you will go to sleep? Where is the things of the kitchen? You don't find anything. They destroy your dream. They try to destroy our dream. They try to destroy our hope. They try to destroy the loving of the life. So we like to see all this world living in peace and don't killing. Look to our leaders. Sometimes I think about it. When the coronavirus start in the world, very rich country, they don't have bed in the hospitals. Some of the people sleeping on the ground. You see.
Have you met yet with the Palestinian community in Ghana?
I met some. Yes, I met plenty, but all the time I meet leaders from Ghana here.
No, I'm talking of your own people who are resident in Ghana.
Yes.
I mean, some people doing
We
business in
have
Ghana.
around 200 people, Palestinian, all of them businessmen.
Okay.
And they have their own company.
In Ghana.
And yes, and some of them work in Lebanese or Egypt companies here in Ghana. But most of them have their own company. And they have very good relation with the government of Ghana and the people of Ghana. And in their companies, thousands of the Ghanaians people working in their companies. And now we have delegation. They are visiting Ghana from Palestine.
Okay.
And they attend the program, I think, in Mozambique about the agriculture, how to remove the agriculture and remove the relation between Ghana and Palestine in the agriculture. They reached to Ghana the last Saturday, and they will leave Saturday evening. Okay. They will leave.
If some Ghanaians devote themselves to support Palestine in this difficult situation, would the embassy be willing to give free visas?
I ask the Ghanaian people to pray for us only. Pray for us, and we would like to see.
I'm sure what you do is not just the praise.
High voice of support.
Yes, but I'm asking specifically because probably you may have some non-governmental organizations who might have come together, mobilize something in support of your country. Now, if they are willing to donate, should they bring it to your embassy? Or they will be allowed the opportunity to travel and then do the donation to your government?
First of all, there is some delegation come to the embassy to show their solidarity with Palestine.
Okay.
A lot of delegation. And today I received some. And the Friday, they will come another delegation to the embassy. I have plenty support and solidarity from the Ghanaian people. And I will leave from here to another program. They're organizing meeting, the Ghanaian people, not me.
Okay.
With, I think, 5 TV and 15 radio to talk about what's happening in Palestine. And they invite me, so I will go. So I don't ask them, in the name of God, I don't ask them. They do it alone. So And some of them Christian, they are not Muslims.
Okay.
You know, because I told you this conflict not between the Muslims and the Christians. Israel not the Christian country. Israel Jewish country, not the Christian. The Christian in Palestine, our brothers. They are suffering like us, the same. We are suffering together under this occupation.
So it is not a matter of Muslim against Christianity.
No. Oh, I told you, my brother, 90% from the people who's living in Bethlehem, they are Christian, and 10% Muslims. And we are living for a long time. You hear about any problem between Muslims and the Christian in Palestine? No. We are one family. We are living one family where we like each other. We try to help each other. We are working together. They are our brothers and sisters. No.
Very well. Now, finally, to wrap it up with you, Your Excellency, we have some Ghanaians living in Palestine. Are they safe based on reports you are picking?
Sorry?
I'm asking that Ghanaians living in Palestine, probably some might have been living in Gaza. Are they affected per report you are receiving?
Ghanaian people in Gaza?
Yes, per your, I'm asking because you are heading the embassy, so you know the level of travels that Ghanaians...
I'm not hearing this Ghanaian in Gaza.
I see.
No. I'm not here about it. And I don't think there's Ghanaians people in Gaza. Maybe some of them in Tel Aviv, in Israel, not in Gaza. But I don't think, I don't hear about any case that anything happened to the Ghanaians people. And I pray all of them to be safe all the time. But in Gaza, there is no Ghanaians people. They don't allow. If you want to visit Palestine, they will not allow to you. Ras Mubarak, he's an MP. He tried to visit Palestine.
Ras Mubarak.
And they gave him permission. And he traveled from here to Egypt. And then from Egypt to Jordan. When he arrived to the border, they asked him to wait 4 hours. After 4 hours, they asked him to back to Ghana. They don't allow to him. They don't want anyone to visit Palestine and see with his eyes what
is happening.
They want the people to believe the story of the CNN and BBC.
The one reason why I asked you if the media reportage is fair with you, but you said yes, they are being fair.
We are lucky that we have phones now. Now with your phone, you can take videos for everything. We are lucky. The media changed now. But in the past, the people hearing only the CNN and the BBC. But now the media show everything. Now with your phone, you can know everything. Look to the demonstration now. It is all the demonstration support to the Palestinian people. Because the people saw everything on the TV, on the media. So I pray all the time for the peace between all the people in this world.
Very well. Excellency, I'm grateful for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Your final words, if you have something for the Ghanaian people, they are watching you this morning, and the government as well.
Okay. I like to thank the government, the president and the government of the Republic of Ghana about all their historical support to Palestine and my people. And I like to convey to all of you the greeting of my people, our women, our children, the injured people, more than 30,000 people now. And we need more support from all of you for the international law and the justice and the human rights. And we believe that Palestine will be free and we will see the peace in the Middle East when the establishment of an independent Palestinian state on our lands was occupied in 1967. Thank you to all of the Ghanaian people, and thank you for you, my brother. Thank you so much.
I'm grateful, and we sympathize with you as well. We pray that peace and calm will be restored in Palestine and Gaza precisely. We are grateful for having you.
Thank you.
Okay. So His Excellency Abdel Fattah Satari na meneno Eddie and Komono wano a Palestinian ambassador to Ghana speaking to us on the issues AC